My cipher keeps rolling like the stolen bike of an alcoholic hoodlum with no goals in life.
I'm feeling like Fabo. I started putting two and two. Started smacking the shit out of myself.
But shit, you can even go back to ATL, man.
Oh yeah, that easy ain't nothing but a phone call. You know, I was supposed to go up there. Shout out Tony Brazy. You know, I'm helping like behind the scenes, just trying to like the little shows that I do get. Cause you know we rebuilding right now type shit. But like check her out on my mama, one of the hottest young kids I was able to come across to in my recovery time. And like I wish I'd have came across her before I got hit up, because I'd have been able to like we'd have been pushing her on shows, putting some cash behind her, all that. But we met her at the event we did at the hottest in the city. She won the competition, and on my mama like. One of the coldest young kids I've seen in a long time, dedicated to this music shit too. So like, on God, like go check her shit out. TONIBRAZY. You know what I mean? On God, go check her out.
For sure.
Yes, I was supposed to go to Atlanta with her, but you know, shit happened. I had to finish working on the project for a client. But when I called down there, like, hey, I might be down there this weekend. Niggas was like, hey. If you come down there, we connected. We got you. So the connection's still there. It's just shit, you know. We gotta make some shit crack off.
Now I see that you got a lot of businesses that you behind, or founded, or CEO, or like it's a lot of man.
Yeah, a lot of brands, a lot of different.
You got a lot of brands. You got a lot of ongoing things. I would say.
Some dismantle, some crash. The good ones. A lot of them that. I will say this, you know what I mean? Because we do level up and move on to different things and all that. Everything I have created definitely has impacted the culture since I've been back.
Sure. So that's a positive note.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
That's definitely a positive note right there. That's something I always be proud of.
Bring it back to the
I
city,
see you got a lot of things that you do. Like we know you work with Fremont.
I'm the founder. One of the founders, Fremont Park Youth Foundation.
Okay.
And that's 501c3 nonprofit. We partner with the city on a lot of projects and development back there in the park area. So, like, you know, I joke about it now, especially with us working on the documentary and stuff. Like, when we shoot it, these niggas gonna think we lived in the suburbs. I'm gonna have to let these niggas know, like, this ain't, anybody tell you the block ain't used to look like this.
It changed a little bit. A lot of it.
Yeah,
like,
like,
real life, but it's hard work.
But the thing that get on my nerves now is, like, I don't be at my mama house like that. So, like, you know, cause like niggas done moved, got living at the studio, got buildings, all this extra shit, you know, and like I come back to the block after my little situation, and it's just like the kids is fucking looking at me like, who this nigga? And I'm like, man, I designed this court. That's my handprint right there on this motherfucker. Sure. Like, this is y'all on my shit now.
Wow, man, kids is crazy.
Yeah, so we had to, you know, we had our little, like this summer we've been trying to get into it with the kids and with everything going on and things like that. And I'm proud to say, like, back there it was like it ain't been no real problem. Like, it been going crazy in the city, but in that little small area of the north side Fremont Park area, it ain't really been too much problem with the youth back there in that area.
That's definitely what we gotta do, man. We gotta start controlling the cool.
Sure.
Man, we gotta start making sure we got our hands on the youth far as like these older people, man. We need more activism, just not even an activist, but just a person that's more in tune with their community.
Yeah,
somebody need to put a bug in you know what I mean?
Yeah, and a lot
be an older homie.
A lot of people like they confused, you know what I mean? Like I seen somebody tag me on Facebook, and nothing against activists, anybody like that, you know. Everybody have their own role to play in this world. So I ain't gonna say exactly what they was protesting, but they was protesting. And somebody tagged me and was like, "Where Blue Casey at?" I'm like, "Bro, that's not even my lane, bro. Like, if it ain't black, I'm more than likely not gonna be there."
And they gotta respect that.
Yeah, you know what I mean. I speak for my people, you know. And this the role I've been rolling on. So like, you know, just like we gotta learn our roles, we gotta learn our position, we gotta learn ourselves.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like when I was president, founder of New Black Power movement, though, we was doing great things.
Speaking of New Black Power, talk about that a little bit?
Oh yeah. So New Black Power movement, South Bend, it was created, and it's funny because I just seen some posts this summer. White folks trying to say, I shouldn't say white folks. So some random white person who happened to be white. So there's a person that happened to be white. Some random person that happened to be white. I'm high now. But no, they put on Facebook on a little article. I don't know if it because we living in a world. We on the podcast now. We living in a world of podcasts and journalism and blogs. I don't know if this was.
Speaking of podcasts, you are now tuned into the fucking
Loud Talk
and fucking the
Loud Talk. I talk loud. I smoke loud.
Too, man.
Come on, man.
Yes, sir, man. Make sure you subscribe, like, and comment, and share all content. We are on all fucking platforms. We are on Facebook. We're on Twitter. We're on Instagram. We're on YouTube.
All that.
Fuck with us.
All that.
Back to Blue Case.
But yeah. So somebody on, I don't know if there's probably some blogs or some shit. They wrote this fake ass, facade ass story on my name, and like they said that like I created New Black Power movement in 2012. We just told this whole big ass story about me being in Atlanta in 2013.
Sure.
Right.
I was a fucking sophomore in 2012, 2013. You feel what I'm saying? So now a junior sophomore in 2012, 2013. So like, no, how the fuck y'all really pull this out? We ain't create New Black Power movement until the summer of 2016. We did Wake the City Up.
Right.
April, that was under RBYB Music. You know, we still on the topic of branding and businesses and all that.
Right.
So around this time when of RBYB Music, I put out Wake the City Up, the mixtape. And that was on Facebook. So around the same time, I had an office downtown.
So
20,
you've been doing
oh yeah. 20 years.
This fucking top hat ain't for shit.
I was 20 years old. I had an office downtown, 3rd floor, 103 Wayne Street. Studio in the front. We did graphics out of there. You know, you know how the shit go. Yeah, you know how the shit go. You know, and like, so like we was just jugging out of there. We got the Black Power shit. You know, just besting our moves as far as music and pushing this business stuff out of there and just trying to build out of it, you know, and just make something out of nothing. That's why my name Ralph Lauren. Now Ralph Lauren got a quote say you got to create something out of nothing.
What made you change your name?
Right.
We gonna bring that up at the end of the New Black Power story. Cause I'm getting there because it's building up.
Okay.
So us having that building downtown, I linked in with the State Theater. They opened the State Theater back up, and the lady, she was just so cool and just vibish, you know what I mean? Just she was chill with it. She let the culture come in, and we did Wake the City Up out of there, right? And literally in the same strip as my office building. So I literally look out my window from my desk and see RBYB Music presents Wake the City Up on the big ass billboard.
That's come on, man.
I used to rap on the corner of the crib. You know what I'm saying? Like,
man, to come to that, look out your office window and see.
Seeing your damn self.
You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. So that was real love, and then like, the Wake the City Up event. You know, it was cold as shit in that motherfucker. If you was there, it snowed that morning for some odd reason. It's April 9th. I'm getting my haircut like we talking about black excellence. My nigga, we talking about real black. I'm young as hell. Kente's shop was next door. I don't do no capping. Kente's shop was right next door. I'm getting my haircut. He like, you sure everything gonna be cool? You know what I mean? He all in my ear. He like a mentor to me on the low. And like as I'm getting my hair cut, I just see this blizzard just come through the city, and it just snow everywhere, and I'm just like, what the fuck? But you know, shout out my nigga Drago. You know, we held it down. Like it felt like a sweepstakes almost. Like we got 2 phones when we did Wake the City Up, and it's all in the year of New Black Power. This will build the momentum up of a young blue. You know, outside of me being with Ball Team, and so like when we doing Wake the City Up, our phones blowing up. Sweepstakes mode from Facebook to our phone numbers. You got Facebook phone and your phone ringing and people texting you about these tickets. It's going crazy. I got all the biggest groups. NIFCO was going crazy that year. Rex was going crazy that year. Dream Team was going crazy that year. Ball Team was going crazy that year or the year before and that year. So like that whole movement around that time was just it was the perfect essence for a concert like that to blow up. And like, even though it was cold inside that motherfucker, the state got, I think, $2-3 million worth of repair. Like I done tried to put a team behind it. You know what I mean? When they felt like they was closing, I had a lot of political power where I can make some phone calls and like, how can we get a grant? Can we get this? Can we get that? What investor can we get together? I got them type of phone calls in my book at that, especially around that point in time. You know what I mean? Where somebody can get it. So I think it's like $2.5 million. You know what I mean?
That ain't that much, but shit.
Yeah, but you gotta include that plus the fucking repairs though, which is like another $1.5 million.
Okay, yeah, we just talking about.
I'm
trying to get.
Yeah. So once you guys start talking no type of numbers and shit like that, it was just like, yeah, you feel what I'm saying? We can't do that.
Hey, this is just juice too, yo. This is juice.
And for political purposes, this is CBD in my blunt.
Yeah.
Keep it in
Yes,
there.
sir.
You feel what I'm saying?
THC.
I mean, you know what I mean. You know, I got a freestyle. I said, neighborhood dope boys, those my sponsors. Few politicians, but they know how we rockin'.
Hey man. I like that you freestyling and shit, man, and shit like that, man. Cause we definitely got some freestyle shit that we coming up to.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We gonna be having all the hottest rappers.
Oh yeah.
Anybody that's rapping, man, real bars, no mumble rap. I'm sorry.
None of that.
Mumble rap, man, just send us your hottest mumble rap track.
None of that.
Put you on some.
So let me.
But
yeah.
all the real rappers though, man, we gonna have some real bar shit going on, man. We gonna have some shit going on, man.
Good.
I'm trying to bring that real rap culture back, man. We're trying to help out just a little bit wherever we can with this.
Trill rap. You did.
Yes, sir.
Yes, you did. But no, back to the time to get to the story on that New Black Power. Cause I definitely want to speak on that. We what led us in after we did Wake the City Up around that same time. We Trump came here.
I remember that shit. Niggas was riding around South Bend banging fuck Donald Trump and shit.
On my mama, you feel me? This is so mind you, again, we got the office. You feel what I'm saying? This became the. This was the essence of that like it was already on some real conscious, black business shit. But like this where it became like, okay, this is where if a riot do crack off or what happened, it was going, because around the same time you got Baltimore, you got Chicago, all these other cities were bought. Yeah, where Black Lives Matter stuff is happening. Ferguson just happened, all this. So like the essence is already in the air across the country. Now South Bend is starting to get its little shine.
They getting their taste of it.
You feel what I'm saying? So we already like, if shit do go down, we got the office to go lean back on. You feel what I'm saying? Right. So like the Donald Trump shit happened. That shit made the Young Turks news. And like from what I done heard, my sister got a call talking about some blue down here trying to start a riot.
Off the strength of what though?
You feel me? Cause the white folks down there, and I shouldn't say because I hate being so general. I'm trying. I done leveled up, but the people that was down there that happened to be white and racist, and had to be Caucasian and racist. You feel what I'm saying? This be political. It's ignorant. Race. I feel like if you and not to be so blunt, like y'all hate me if y'all want to. I feel like you racist. If either you change or die. It's 2019. Why are you still?
That's true, man.
Why are you still so sick in your mind that you hate me because of my color? It's scary. Like racism itself is like a lot of people like black people can't be racist. You feel what I'm saying? We can only be prejudiced. We can be bigots. We can be biased, but we can't be racist. Racism within itself is a sign of not even sign. It's a system of oppression of fucking prejudice. Not even oppression. Let me get my shit right. I'm hiding a bitch. It's a system of oppression. You feel what I'm saying? And to where, like, they try to break us down to second-class citizens. You feel what I'm saying? To the people that's not worthy of the standards of America, which is the pursuit of happiness, of liberty and justice and all this extra shit. You feel? So, like, we don't have no control of that. That's not our struggle. Our struggle is equal. That's why white power ain't never the same as black power.
Never will be.
You feel what I'm saying? What we want ain't the same as what y'all want. You feel what I'm saying? Right. So like everybody. So when we created New Black Power, after that, after the Donald Trump shit, after we did the Black Lives Matter rally downtown. Me and Neil Carrick, Reminisce X, go check her music out as well. Sure. We did Black Lives Matter 2016 downtown. And like that within itself is part of the reason why we doing the documentary. You know, a lot of people don't know that like I was getting death threats.
Wow.
You know, like that's why like I ain't gonna go on that part. But I was getting death threats and
from like what here in
because
town,
because
like,
in town because I put out so I don't know if y'all remember the cartoon drawing that an NFL player basically put out on his Twitter. And I found it on Facebook on my news feed. I took it, made it my profile picture. It was a cop getting his neck slit.
No,
You feel?
Yeah,
it was a cartoon, but it was a cop getting his neck slit by an all black figure with a red, white, and blue like noose around. No, a red, white, and blue noose. So I think the figure had a red, white, and blue flag around his face. It was something that had to do with America and a cop getting his neck slit by an all black figure, but you couldn't tell if he was like black though. He was in a black shadow, like ninja type shit. And but you couldn't see his eyes and none of that. And like I put that as my profile picture. Then I made everybody else put that on their profile picture. And then like I just put it like if you like because everybody was shitty. I don't want to say the wrong names. Philando Castile, and I think it was another shooting that happened by the police in like down south in Minnesota, in Milwaukee, one of the places, and like. Everything
touching on some shit.
Right. For real.
That's
all you can do right now.
This is what they need though, because you know what I'm saying. We need more people that can actually
tap in.
True shit.
You know what I'm saying?
So this right after the 4th of July. You feel what I'm saying? And like how I was just feeling in the air was just like, man, how the fuck we just celebrate y'all fucking, you know what I mean, freedom. You feel what I mean? This y'all country. This ain't. If you look on the Constitution and say, you know, that all men are made equal, they was not talking about us. You feel what I'm saying? So
because they look at us as aliens.
Exactly. You feel what I'm saying? So even when they wrote that shit, motherfuckers was in the back of the house. You feel what I'm saying? Was they servants in the room as they wrote that? So they was not talking about us. Once we have that understanding, we get to understanding this country and how it moves and directs in this motherfucker. You feel what I'm saying? Right. So like we just celebrated y'all shit, and then the same week we get killed by the police for doing regular shit. Dude that got killed, I still don't want to say the wrong name because there's so many names right now. We in motion, and like, but like he got beat up by the police for selling CDs. Same shit happened to me at the OC.
I know you talking about.
Same shit happened to me at the OC when I was jugging and selling my mixtapes at the OC. You know, I got slammed up all against the wall. One thing that stopped me, my mama and my nieces pulled up and confirmed that all I do is sell CDs. When she ain't on the loan, we got tired of niggas saying we don't want no mixtapes. Where the weed at? So I told my homie hold the pistol and weed down, and I'm gonna sell the mixtape.
For sure. And
you feel what I'm saying? We had, but the crazy thing is, we had just switched it. I had the pistol. And I said, nah, bro, hold this down. You stand over there, and if motherfuckers come to me and they don't want the mixtapes, I send them to you, and they got the weed.
Sure.
But you make sure nobody get on no bullshit.
Oh shit, y'all had a little hustle.
Yeah. And the police pulled up on me when it happened to me. The police pulled up on me instead of pulling up on him. And they like, let me see what you got going on. And I'm like, man, I'm just selling my mixtapes, going through my CD book. They said, you come here. That nigga skirted off. As he was supposed to. Shout out to Brazzy. You feel what I'm saying? And like, so like when that shit happened, I seen it in real life, you know, and I'm just like, damn, that could have been me. You know, I'd have been harassed by police, stopped for no goddamn reason because I'm wearing blue and I got my name blue. I got a blue bandana around my neck, shit, because I'm drippy like that. and I'm banging, man, but that ain't none of your business, officer. You feel me? So
yeah,
like,
I don't see none of that shit.
Exactly. So like when I see that type of shit happening and people getting killed, it's like, damn, that could be me because I know how what's going on in South Bend's police department. Back when we did the rallies in 2016, motherfuckers were still calling me crazy. Like, yo, you racist, you crazy, you one of them angry black motherfuckers. And like, whole time when I was just helping expose a lot of shit to a lot of people around that time that I didn't even know. And where I'm letting them know, like, look, this is what really going on around this motherfucker. That's why I keep alluding to the office because I'm gonna bring it back. And like,
yeah, I'm just see with this man.
Yeah.
Just letting you talk.
Oh yeah,
go
ahead.
We gonna be we the people's platform.
Oh my mama,
man. So, you know what I'm
see what I'm else too.
We like to just talk
Let me see,
and kick the bubble.
Yeah. So like, so as I said, as we was doing that, you know, we put the profile picture up. I ended up doing a news interview. You know what I mean? And like, you know, with the news, I had somebody named Sean Gallagher that was really fucking with my music. and my movement real hard. And like he seen me make a post about me wanting to do a rally. He hit me up, and we did an interview about the rally. And when the interview hit TV, motherfuckers must have went to my Facebook and seen that profile picture and said, "What the fuck is he finna do?"
Right.
They didn't register. They didn't register right.
And then because the flyer said it was a peace rally, but my profile picture said
otherwise.
Yeah, okay.
Right.
Yeah.
They like, hold on. Do we go with this or do we go with this?
Hey,
So
like,
I can see where that can be confusing.
let me ask you this though: do you think it was more so because of the movement or because of the new Black Power?
We wasn't even under the term New Black Power at that point yet.
Okay.
I was still moving independently. A lot of people don't either they know or they haven't put together. Like I was really blessed into activism. You know, like
Explain that. Explain being blessed into activism.
Okay, so like I said, when I came back from Atlanta, I wanted to do something more positive with my platform instead of compared to what I was doing before going to Atlanta, which was being in the hood with the homies.
Right.
You know, trying to find a way to get some money, which we all know what that could lead to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the stuff that we was exposed to at that time. So like going to Atlanta and coming back changed my mindset about life and what I wanted to actually do and how to do it. And like I linked in with Regina Preston, who was the she just ran for mayor, but she was the second district, which is the west side of South Bend, city council representative, and I helped on her city council when she won officially. I helped on her campaign as well on that, and like I linked in with her, and she became my mentor. And like she had me underneath her wing with Young Gifted and Black. Had me like she the person that introduced me into public speaking at different engagements. She's the one that able to make Presence of Greatness, which is my poem, Young Blue Road to Riches on YouTube. She the one that got me doing that at different events, and I ended up like performing at Notre Dame and things like that. She the reason why Fremont Park Youth Foundation was able to format. And I made that phone call to her, and like. Her taking me under my wing, she ended up putting me in a position with Gladys Muhammad, which is the lady that runs the Martin Luther King celebration at the Century Center every year.
Okay,
So the activism kind of tied in with your music.
It boosted it definitely boosted me. It boosted me into the position where I didn't have to, do other things. It kept me busy.
For sure.
It kept me busy, and it made me be able to make my mama proud. One thing that I really wanted to do was I got tired of every time I looked up on the news in South Bend, I seen people that looked like me, and the only time I seen people that looked like me was either getting shot or going to jail. So I wanted to be the one that actually stand out and do something different. So a lot of people, like the confusion come in as, oh, he this nigga, and really it's like, nah, I really just wanted to show the kids something different.
What's up, dude?
You know what I mean? I really want instead of being the regular, I'd rather be different.
Right.
So like that's what I was really trying to do, and it just ended up turning into a brand. And like when we did the Black Lives Matter thing, that was like my first rally in my like not even my first rally, because our first one actually was at the County City building, and this before nationally the word Black Lives Matter was coined. Wasn't nobody using the word Black Lives Matter. It was hands up, don't shoot.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So you've been working on this.
Oh yeah. I've been definitely working. So if y'all remember when
I like how you keeping this time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This time.
Oh yeah.
This time like.
Oh yeah. So like y'all remember when everybody was doing the Eric Gardner I Can't Breathe?
Yeah.
Yep.
So
T-shirts.
So we did that downtown when we occupied the County City building, and Gladys and Regina invited Notre Dame students and Holy Cross students to come down, and they played Dead on the floor. And we called it a die-in, and they had the hands up, don't shoot. So if you see me, you probably see me with the I called it my Tupac jacket. It was a Tupac. It was in real life. It was my uncle's jacket from the army, but it reminded me of Pac when he was on his revolutionary shit, and he had his army jacket on, and I was in there with a bunch of white women behind me, and they all had signs up. Right. That was our first rally, and like that build up. I think that was like right after Mike Brown and Eric Gardner and like the Trayvon Martin ending of it, when dude got acquitted, everybody was getting real shitty, and like
That was 3 fucking like crazy incidents all at that same time. So for you to be doing this shit at that, I can just imagine all the anger. You know what I'm saying with this activist. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Oh my God. And like the deeper we getting into research, like a lot of people don't understand how linked in I really am with this shit. To where like Fred Hampton Jr. then called and like people pulled me out the room at the Martin Luther King celebration. Like, here, get on the phone.
Yeah.
And I'm getting calls from Chicago from the sons of Black Panthers, real Black Panthers, legends in this shit. You know, like I'm linked in from like Chicago, Atlanta with motherfuckers, Texas with motherfuckers, like all through social media and just seeing what we was doing and then actually traveling to some of these places.
And that's more so saluting you, like, you know, like, oh, you doing the right thing. At your age, at that. Like, coming from the OGs, man.
Oh yeah, definitely. And that's respect, man. And that was during the wave of new Black Power, just the Black Lives Matter rally within itself though. Like niggas had like shout out Thotty Nut. We was talking about this during the bloopers. Like, you know, I put money on Big Dog books while he was locked up for that shit. You know, the government said that he wasn't even supposed to go to jail for that shit, but they still whacked his head. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying?
For those that don't know, like, can you explain a little bit of that? Or
so it was some bullshit. I can say that it was some bullshit. He shouldn't have went to jail for it. Motherfuckers do shit like that every day, politically, publicly.
Can you tell him what?
Did
he go to jail? Wait, before we get into all that, did he go to jail when his time is?
Oh yeah, he good now. He out for it.
Can you say what it was?
Well, he basically shared some shit off my page. But
so he shared some shit off your page.
How the fuck did that work?
But by simply putting a caption on some shit jokingly.
Right.
That picture.
Yeah.
That picture. That fucking picture.
I mean,
and like, okay, see, I talk on it because a lot of people don't know that I spoke on his behalf on his very last day, as well. You know, like I just personally, I kind of felt like part of it was my fault, even though a lot of people told me not to feel like that. I'm a real nigga. You know, like this was about my rally. I caught flack behind that. You know, and like that was part 2 of why the city was so nervous about the Black Lives Matter rally, because now they like this nigga got a profile picture and this nigga saying he gonna bring this and that and this and that if the police come here.
Right.
Whole time he's joking.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Like
yeah, but
they don't know he's like a.
They don't know what's a big guy.
Yeah.
Right. Why would you? That's just.
He's a funny guy.
Yeah.
It should never
I
lead
mean,
to
everybody
that.
has serious moments.
Right.
Yeah. But
overall, though, from what I've ever seen from anything on a Facebook post, he seems like a funny guy.
Yeah, it was just some bullshit, and like I got real calls from political associates and all this type of shit, and like they want me to tell who he is. I'm just like, man, I don't know this dude, man. Only time.
Hey, hello, so was his name Thotty Nut on there?
Yeah, they asking me about Thotty. Who is Thotty Nut? And I'm high at the office in my own world, just like,
I wish I could have heard the phone.
Who the fuck is?
You gotta be there. You gotta be there.
Nigga, tell me who Thotty Nut is.
Man, so like all that shit was going crazy, and like I remember, you know, the Dallas shooting happening, you know what I mean, and like I couldn't literally, like my Facebook was being watched so hard that I think I said something about I'm finna order a pizza and see what's going down in Dallas. Whole time I like watching live action shit. When Ferguson happened, I'm watching the niggas that's on the ground. Fuck the news. I want to watch the niggas that's in the riot.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, I like that shit. So, like, I want to see what's going down in Dallas and see if some shit gonna pop off. I didn't know some shit was finna pop off.
Right.
And dude was finna get to killing police. I said, I'm finna order a pizza on Facebook. And next thing I know, I had every news in the motherfucking city. Like, who the fuck is this ignorant ass arrogant dude? Like everybody, like, they wasn't saying that, but the way they reacted, I had to talk to WUBS, Fox News, ABC, WSBT, WNDU, all at one time, but they got to come to my office.
So y'all did an interview?
Hey, we doing interviews, and like, and Only person that got a real interview out of me was ABC 57. You know what I mean? I fuck with ABC the long way. You know, them, at least them the people, like, they got they fucked up time. I ain't gonna flex, but, like, them the ones that, like, they real genuine want to get a real story.
For sure.
You know what I mean? So, like, I fuck with them. And, like, the lady actually sat me down and was like, so did you really say you was going to order a pizza? While the police is, I'm like, listen, I didn't know that the police was gonna get shot that day.
No clue.
I ain't know, like that week was real hectic. Like, motherfuckers, like I said, death threats. They put snipers on the roof. The lady at the State Theater, because me and her was so